Have you ever noticed how people seem to gravitate toward you the moment you take a step back? It's as if distance creates a magnetic pull, drawing others closer in ways that feel almost instinctual. Why is that? What hidden power lies in detachment? Today, we'll explore why you become more attractive when you move away, uncovering 9 profound insights rooted in the timeless philosophy of Stoicism. From the mystique of distance to the confidence born of self-reliance, we'll reveal how stepping back can elevate not only how others see you, but also how you see yourself. Detachment isn't about manipulation, it's about mastery. Mastery of your emotions, your actions, and your sense of inner peace. Are you ready to unlock the subtle art of attraction through self-control and clarity of purpose? If this resonates, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Together, let's embark on this journey to discover the transformative power of stepping back. Let's dive in. The power of distance. How space creates desire. Have you ever felt the magnetic pull of someone who seems entirely self-assured and doesn't revolve their world around others? There's something undeniably compelling about that quiet confidence. This phenomenon, the power of distance, is rooted in a simple truth. Creating space generates attraction. But why does this work? Let's explore this concept through the lens of Stoic wisdom. When you establish distance, you send a clear message of independence. You're signaling, my happiness and self-worth don't depend on external validation. Whether in relationships, friendships, or professional situations, this subtle shift transforms how others perceive you. You're no longer the person always at their beck and call, always available, always saying yes. Instead, your presence becomes something earned, not taken for granted. And that shift? It's magnetic. The Stoics taught the value of self-sufficiency, not as cold indifference, but as a source of inner strength. They believed true contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances or the opinions of others. This principle directly ties to the power of distance. By stepping back, physically or emotionally, you reclaim control over your self-worth. You're no longer a slave to others' approval or attention. In our modern world, it's easy to think constant availability makes us more likable or desirable. We reply to every message immediately, attend every event, and bend over backward to please others. Yet, paradoxically, this approach often backfires. People value what's scarce. When you're always around, your presence becomes commonplace, expected, and undervalued. By stepping back, you create the opportunity for others to recognize your worth. Think of the times you felt the strongest pull towards someone. Chances are, it wasn't the person who was constantly there, filling every moment with attention. It was likely someone who had their own pursuits, their own rhythm, a person who wasn't always available. This intrigue, born of distance, is what amplifies desire. This principle applies across life, not just in relationships. Consider successful leaders or professionals. They don't chase every opportunity or try to prove their worth constantly. They know their value and project it with quiet confidence. By doing so, others naturally gravitate toward them. But let's be clear, creating distance isn't about manipulation. It's not about playing hard to get or being emotionally detached. The true essence of distance lies in self-assuredness. It's understanding your own value and not relying on others to validate it. This kind of detachment fosters genuine connections because it's rooted in authenticity. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you distance yourself from the need for specific outcomes, whether in relationships, work, or life, you free yourself from dependency. This detachment doesn't mean you don't care. Rather, it means you're at peace whether things go your way or not. Distance allows for appreciation. When you pull back, others have the chance to recognize your value, to miss your presence, and to desire your company. This is the paradox. The less you need, the more you attract. Through confidence, self-mastery, and intentionality, you transform how people perceive and respond to you. In practicing the power of distance, you cultivate independence, strengthen your relationships, and discover the quiet allure of being deeply comfortable in your own skin. 2. The strength of restraint. In a world where emotions often dictate actions, the ability to remain composed stands as a rare and powerful virtue. Imagine a high-stakes negotiation or a heated argument where tempers flare and clarity dissolves. Amid the chaos, one individual stays calm, their presence steady and unshaken. This composure is not merely a tactic, but a reflection of true strength, an inner fortitude that commands respect and influence. Reacting impulsively is easy. It takes no effort to let emotions take control, but the real challenge, the hallmark of a Stoic, lies in practicing restraint. This means stepping back, choosing reflection over reaction, and assessing the moment with clarity. Far from being a weakness, this restraint is an unparalleled demonstration of strength. In the midst of emotional storms, those who maintain their calm stand out as beacons of stability and rationality. When you resist the urge to react emotionally, you project an image of control and discipline. People naturally gravitate toward individuals who embody this strength, perceiving their calmness as a mark of authority and wisdom. This respect is not handed out lightly. It is earned through consistent displays of emotional control. Each time you remain composed instead of succumbing to impulsivity, you solidify your reputation as someone who is both reliable and admirable. This approach has profound effects on every aspect of life: relationships, work, and personal challenges. By refusing to be swept up in emotional chaos, you not only safeguard your mental state, but also project an aura of confidence that draws others in. People are instinctively drawn to those who seem in control of themselves, as this calmness creates a sense of safety and trust. Practicing restraint begins with a single moment, a pause. When anger surges or anxiety stirs, take a breath. In that brief pause, you reclaim your power to decide how to respond. Instead of reacting instinctively, you choose your path. This shift transforms you from a passive participant in life to an active creator of your destiny. You become proactive, shaping your outcomes with intention rather than being dictated by circumstances. Stoicism doesn't ask us to suppress our emotions, but to manage them wisely. Feelings of anger, sadness, or fear are natural, but they don't have to define us. By acknowledging these emotions without being consumed by them, you cultivate a quiet confidence that reinforces your sense of self-respect and self-control. This emotional intelligence deepens your relationships as people come to admire not just your words, but the grace with which you handle yourself. Restraint, like a muscle, grows stronger with practice. Start small. Pause before responding to a frustrating comment, or take a moment to reflect during minor daily inconveniences. Each opportunity to choose calmness over chaos strengthens your ability to navigate more significant challenges. Over time, this discipline reshapes your interactions. Friends, family, and colleagues will recognize your steady presence, valuing not just your insights, but the composed way in which you offer them. Strategic withdrawal is not about isolation. It's about creating space for perspective. Stepping back allows you to process emotions, gain clarity, and re-enter conversations with purpose and poise. This balance of withdrawal and engagement transforms you into a leader, someone capable of steering discussions toward meaningful outcomes without being clouded by fleeting emotions. In mastering restraint, you set yourself apart in a world that often succumbs to chaos. Your ability to remain clear-headed and composed inspires trust and respect, allowing you to guide others through turbulent moments with grace and wisdom. 3. The allure of mystery. Imagine stepping into a room and feeling the energy shift. Heads turn, conversations pause, and all eyes are drawn to you. What's your secret? It's not just the way you carry yourself or the confidence in your demeanor. It's the magnetic pull of mystery. When you cultivate an air of the unknown, you ignite curiosity, a force so powerful it compels others to lean in, to wonder, to want to know more. In a world drowning in oversharing and constant visibility, being enigmatic is a rare and valuable trait. Throughout history, figures like Socrates, Leonardo da Vinci, and even modern icons like Steve Jobs have mastered this art. It wasn't about withholding knowledge, but about leaving enough unspoken for others to fill in the blanks with their imagination. This deliberate silence, this careful curation of what to reveal and what to conceal, creates a magnetic presence. To embody this allure, start by observing how you present yourself. Are you too quick to lay your life bare, or do you leave room for interpretation? Mystery doesn't mean being dishonest or secretive. It's about being intentional. Share pieces of your story, but resist the urge to explain everything. Let others wonder, ask questions, and imagine the details that you've left unsaid. Silence is another powerful tool. In conversations, resist the urge to fill every pause. Let the quiet moments linger. These pauses create a sense of depth, making others wonder what's behind your words or your silence. This hesitation can shift the dynamic, drawing people into a space where their curiosity drives engagement. They begin to focus on you, not because you're dominating the conversation, but because you're allowing space for intrigue. Asking thoughtful questions can also enhance your mystique. Instead of talking about yourself, turn the spotlight onto others. Engage them with curiosity, and you'll not only learn more about them, but also create a sense of connection. People often feel drawn to those who genuinely listen, and the less you reveal, the more they'll want to know about you in return. Body language plays a crucial role in this dynamic. A relaxed posture, steady eye contact, and a quiet confidence in your movements all contribute to the perception of mystery. A small smile, a thoughtful pause, or a knowing glance can convey more than words ever could. People are naturally intrigued by those who appear calm and self-assured, sensing layers beneath the surface. The stories you choose to tell are another way to craft an enigmatic aura. Instead of recounting every detail of your life, share snippets that provoke curiosity. Mention a challenge you overcame or an unusual experience, but don't explain every nuance. Let your audience fill in the gaps, leaving them wanting to know more. Above all, remain authentic. Mystery loses its power the moment it feels forced or contrived. The allure of mystery is grounded in genuineness, being true to yourself while selectively revealing parts of your story. Authenticity is the foundation that keeps people captivated, ensuring that their interest isn't fleeting but deeply rooted in who you are. In a culture that often prizes openness and transparency, embracing mystery offers a refreshing contrast. It invites curiosity, sparks meaningful conversations, and fosters deeper connections. When you master the art of being intriguing, you don't just draw people to you, you inspire them to explore the depths of your thoughts and ideas. 4. The art of self-valorization. Picture yourself in a crowded room, the air buzzing with conversation, and every glance seeming to search for validation. But instead of looking outward for approval, you choose to turn inward. This is where transformation begins. By shifting your focus from external noise to internal depth, you unlock a reservoir of self-worth that isn't dictated by the opinions of others. It flourishes in the soil of self-awareness, growing stronger with each moment of introspection. In this state, you become acutely aware of your unique strengths and qualities. This awareness ignites a quiet confidence, a force that others can sense without a single word. Confidence is magnetic, drawing people toward you not through overt displays, but through an unshakable presence. The change within reflects outward, altering how others perceive and interact with you. When you elevate your self-worth, everything changes. You no longer enter conversations burdened by the fear of judgment or the need for validation. Instead, you engage with openness, curiosity, and a sense of freedom. This mindset allows you to explore relationships, ideas, and opportunities without the paralyzing grip of self-doubt. This is where Stoic wisdom shines. The Stoics teach that self-worth is inherent, rooted in who you are, not in what others think of you. They emphasize focusing on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, and letting go of the rest. This perspective redefines the way you approach life, making your self-worth an internal journey rather than an external pursuit. Start this journey with self-reflection. Take time daily to ask yourself, what do I value? What makes me unique? This isn't about surface-level traits, but about understanding the deeper experiences that have shaped you. Reflect on the lessons learned from hardship and the triumphs that highlight your resilience. By acknowledging these moments, you build a foundation of self-awareness that strengthens your sense of worth. Another key practice is gratitude. Recognize and appreciate the qualities you admire in yourself. Whether it's your perseverance, creativity, kindness, or integrity, take time to acknowledge these traits. Gratitude becomes a mirror, reflecting your strengths and reinforcing your belief in your own value. Surround yourself with a community that uplifts and challenges you. Engage with people who inspire and encourage you to grow. Seek conversations that broaden your perspective and energize your thinking. This kind of support network amplifies your confidence and creates a cycle of mutual empowerment. As your self-worth grows, you naturally inspire and uplift those around you, creating an environment where everyone thrives. This growing confidence transforms how you face life's challenges. Obstacles no longer feel like threats, but become opportunities to learn and grow. You approach adversity with resilience, knowing that your value isn't shaken by external setbacks. This mindset empowers you to take risks, embrace discomfort, and pursue your goals with determination. The journey of self-valorization isn't without its challenges. There will be moments when self-doubt whispers in your ear, questioning your progress. These moments aren't failures, they're part of the process. Lean into the teachings of Stoicism, reminding yourself of the impermanence of emotions and the strength of resilience. Each setback is an opportunity to reaffirm your worth and rise stronger than before. By cultivating your self-worth, you free yourself from the need for external approval. You become the architect of your identity, shaping it with purpose and authenticity. This autonomy allows you to align your actions with your values, living a life that feels true to who you are. The power of distance, attracting through independence. Independence is more than a mindset. It's a magnetic force that naturally draws others toward you. Imagine entering a room, not seeking validation, but radiating quiet confidence. By creating a sense of distance, both emotionally and physically, you send a powerful message to the world. Your self-worth comes from within. This distance becomes a beacon, highlighting your confidence and self-sufficiency, qualities that people are inherently drawn to. Think about the individuals who effortlessly command attention. They don't chase after it. Instead, they cultivate a strong sense of independence. It's not about being distant or aloof, but about standing firm in your identity and recognizing your intrinsic value. This unwavering self-assurance resonates with others on a deeper level, creating connections rooted in respect rather than dependence. As you assert your independence, you detach from the need for approval and validation. This shift not only elevates your self-esteem, but also enhances your natural allure. In a world flooded with constant noise and connectivity, creating intentional space in your interactions demonstrates that your value isn't tied to external acknowledgement. This aligns perfectly with Stoic principles, which teach us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what lies beyond our influence. When you adopt this mindset, your approach to relationships transforms. Instead of seeking attention or approval, you engage from a place of abundance. You are no longer driven by neediness, but are open to meaningful connections that align with your values. This paradox is undeniable. When you stop chasing others, they begin to seek you out. Your body language becomes an essential element of this independence. Confident individuals naturally occupy space, maintain open postures, and stand grounded in their beliefs. They don't fidget or hover, and this non-verbal communication reinforces their sense of self-assurance, further drawing others in. Importantly, distance doesn't mean isolation. It's about cultivating a balance between closeness and space. Genuine connections thrive in this dynamic, as boundaries and effective communication create relationships based on mutual respect. This balance also provides the space for introspection, allowing you to reflect on your goals, values, and desires without external interference. In doing so, you deepen your self-awareness, which radiates outward and enhances your appeal to others. At the heart of this independence lies the understanding that you are enough as you are. This realization empowers you to engage authentically, attracting people who resonate with your true self. Your independence becomes a source of strength, naturally drawing in those who appreciate your essence and align with your journey. By asserting your confidence and creating space, you cultivate a presence that inspires connection while fostering respect. It's not about drawing everyone in, it's about attracting the right ones. Through independence, you invite the world to align with your authentic self, forging connections that are meaningful and lasting. 6. The magnetism of inner calm. In a world of constant motion and noise, chaos often feels inevitable, chipping away at our sense of peace. Yet Stoicism teaches a profound truth. Distance, whether physical or emotional, can be a key to cultivating balance and calm. Imagine yourself as a source of tranquility, drawing others toward you like a lighthouse amidst a storm. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a practical, stoic approach to living a more centered, intentional life. The concept of distance here isn't about isolating yourself or disconnecting from others. It's about creating space between you and the relentless distractions, the noise of social media, or the emotional whirlwind of everyday life. By stepping back, even briefly, you grant yourself clarity. You allow yourself the time and room to reflect, process, and recalibrate before responding to life's challenges. Picture standing in a crowded room, voices blurring into a chaotic hum. Instead of being absorbed in the noise, you retreat inward for just a moment. Perhaps you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and find your footing within. In this stillness, you reconnect with your emotions, your thoughts, and the essence of who you are. This simple act of withdrawing, of creating internal space, allows you to approach the world with greater clarity and calm. Over time, as you cultivate this practice, you begin to exude an unshakable sense of calm that others notice. It's not something you force. It naturally radiates from your presence. People are drawn to those who can maintain their composure amid chaos, viewing their steadiness as a source of reassurance. This quiet, magnetic calmness becomes a guiding presence in your relationships and interactions. The ancient Stoics understood that our experiences are shaped by how we perceive them. Life is full of unpredictable events, but by distancing ourselves from immediate emotional reactions, we gain the power to choose our response. Consider a heated argument or stressful situation. Instead of reacting impulsively, you pause, take a breath, and consciously decide how to engage. This not only shifts the tone of the conversation, but also elevates the interaction, inviting respect and calm. To bring this practice into daily life, it's essential to develop a routine that fosters moments of stillness. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, carve out time each day to reconnect with yourself. These intentional moments create a sanctuary, a personal retreat from the external noise where clarity can be restored. At first, you may face resistance from within or from societal pressures. The world often glorifies busyness, equating constant activity with success. But Stoic wisdom reminds us that true productivity isn't measured by how much we accomplish, but by how aligned our actions are with our values. Prioritizing reflection and inner calm enables you to live with more purpose and intention. As your calmness deepens, you'll notice its effect on those around you. Friends, family, and colleagues will gravitate toward your steadiness, drawn to the sense of peace you cultivate. Conversations shift from superficial chatter to meaningful, authentic exchanges, creating a deeper bond between you and those you engage with. This calm presence becomes a quiet strength, a refuge for others during turbulent times. In a world full of noise, your ability to cultivate inner balance doesn't just transform your own life. It becomes a source of inspiration and connection for those around you. The power of distance, unlocking inner peace that draws others. In What If, being more attractive isn't about what you do, but what you don't do. In a world consumed by hustle, constant engagement, and endless interactions, sometimes the most powerful move is to step back. Distance, both physical and emotional, creates the space to cultivate something rare in today's world: inner peace. And this peace isn't passive or fragile, it's magnetic, drawing others toward you like a calm lighthouse in a storm. When you create distance, you shift your focus from external chaos to internal calm. This shift isn't about avoidance or superiority. It's about taking control of your own energy. By stepping back, you give yourself room to reflect and reset. This doesn't mean shutting out the world. Instead, it's about tuning into yourself, allowing clarity and confidence to emerge. That inner calm naturally radiates outward, and people are drawn to it. We're wired to seek stability. In a world filled with people striving to prove themselves, the person who is centered and unshaken stands out. They don't react to every situation or get swept up in every conflict. Instead, they operate from a place of calm and purpose. This self-possession is deeply attractive because it reflects something we all crave: steadiness in a chaotic world. It's a paradox. The less you chase validation, the more it finds you. Those who seem grounded and secure don't need to be the loudest in the room. Their confidence speaks for itself, and people can't help but respect that quiet strength. Consider the individuals you admire most. Chances are they aren't attention seekers. They're the ones who exude an effortless confidence, who stay composed regardless of life's ups and downs. That's the same energy you cultivate when you distance yourself to focus inward. But this isn't about playing games or manipulating others. The purpose of cultivating inner peace isn't to attract people. It's to free yourself from external noise and distractions. The fact that others gravitate toward you is simply a byproduct of your authenticity. Stoic philosophy teaches us this very principle. The Stoics didn't run from life's challenges, but they also didn't let external chaos define them. They focused on what they could control: their thoughts, emotions, and actions. By doing so, they found unshakable peace. The same approach applies here. By distancing yourself from the constant pull of external validation, you gain clarity. Clarity leads to confidence, and confidence makes you unshakable in a way that draws others in. Think of most people as ships caught in a storm, tossed about by waves of activity, distraction, and noise. They react to every gust of wind, every external change. Now, picture yourself as the lighthouse, stable, calm, and unwavering. By creating space, you transform into a point of clarity amidst the chaos. People can't help but be drawn to that steadiness. Distance doesn't mean isolation or cutting people off. It's about setting boundaries, being intentional with your energy, and engaging with the world on your own terms. When you prioritize your inner peace over fleeting validation, you become emotionally independent. This independence isn't about detachment, it's about freedom. Freedom from the need for approval and the anxiety of constantly proving yourself. Cultivating this inner calm takes time and effort. It begins with small, deliberate steps, setting boundaries, carving out moments of solitude, and learning to be comfortable with your own company. Over time, these practices deepen your connection with yourself. The more you distance yourself from the noise, the more in tune you become with your true nature. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is vying for attention, trying to outshine one another. Now, imagine yourself in that same space, calm and centered, not needing to prove anything. That calmness is palpable. It's subtle, but powerful. Others notice the difference in your energy because it offers something rare, a sense of peace and confidence that they themselves long for. True attraction doesn't come from what you say or do. It comes from who you are. By stepping back from the chaos, you create the space to know yourself fully. And in doing so, you develop a quiet, magnetic confidence that draws people in. Not because you seek it, but because it simply is. 8. The power of letting go. Why needing less gets you more. Imagine yourself in a crowded room. Some people are vying for attention, their energy loud and desperate, demanding acknowledgement. Then there are others, standing quietly, calm and composed, yet somehow drawing people toward them. What makes them so compelling? They don't need the attention. They've mastered the art of appearing needless. Here's the paradox. In life and relationships, the less you appear to need something, the more likely you are to get it. It's counterintuitive, but undeniably effective. People are naturally drawn to what feels unattainable and value what doesn't demand their attention. Think back to the last time someone overwhelmed you with constant messages or calls, clamoring for your attention. It likely left you feeling drained or even irritated. Now compare that to someone who, while genuinely interested in you, kept a certain distance. Their calm and composed approach probably made you think about them more, even wonder what they were up to. That's the power of creating space. It allows curiosity and attraction to grow. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. Appearing needless doesn't mean pretending to be indifferent or feigning disinterest. It's about cultivating genuine confidence and independence. When you understand that your worth isn't tied to someone else's approval, you stop chasing validation. This shift creates a magnetic effect, drawing others toward you without any effort on your part. When you show up in life as someone who doesn't need constant reassurance or recognition, you create a different kind of energy. Instead of chasing, you attract. Instead of overwhelming others, you give them space to step in on their own terms. It's a dynamic that fosters genuine connection and respect, rather than desperation or pressure. In the workplace, for example, the person who is constantly seeking validation from their boss often ends up overlooked. Meanwhile, the one who focuses on excelling at their work without obsessing over recognition is the one who gets noticed and promoted. In relationships, a similar principle applies. Needy behavior can stifle a connection, while confidence and self-sufficiency create room for authentic engagement. This philosophy aligns closely with Stoicism. The Stoics believed in self-sufficiency and taught that true happiness comes from within, not from external validation. Marcus Aurelius wrote about not tying one's hopes to things outside of one's control, whether that's the opinions of others, the outcome of a situation, or external circumstances. When we stop seeking approval from others, we regain our power and find a deep sense of peace. The modern world, with its obsession over social media metrics and public attention, makes this mindset harder to maintain, but more essential than ever. We're conditioned to equate likes and followers with success, but the more we chase these metrics, the more elusive they become. When we let go of that need and operate from a place of inner security, we naturally attract the attention and opportunities we once desperately sought. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on ambition or withdrawing from life. You can still pursue your goals and build meaningful relationships. The key is to release the need for validation along the way. Instead of craving approval, focus on mastering your craft, becoming excellent at what you do, and building a fulfilling life that doesn't hinge on someone else's opinion. When you approach life from a mindset of abundance, recognizing that you already have everything you need within, you'll find the world opens up in unexpected ways. People are drawn to your confidence, opportunities seem to appear naturally, and most importantly, you feel at peace, knowing your happiness is self-sustained. The next time you find yourself trying to prove your worth, pause and ask yourself, do I truly need this, or am I just chasing approval? The answer will likely remind you that the less you chase, the more you attract. The beauty of letting go is not in disengaging from life, but in mastering the art of engagement without attachment. It's about being present, confident, and fully yourself, without needing to be seen or validated by anyone else. The power of detachment, unlocking mental toughness and attraction. There's an undeniable magnetism in someone who masters detachment. It's not about apathy or indifference. It's about a quiet strength and unshakable mental toughness. When you develop this inner resilience, people can't help but notice. In a world where attention is treated as currency, most people are caught in a constant chase for validation, desperately seeking approval as though it's the last resource in a desert. But here's the truth. The more you chase, the more it eludes you. People are naturally drawn to those who don't need them. It's a curious quirk of human psychology, but it's a principle that holds true every time. Detachment doesn't mean shutting people out or caring less. It's about protecting your peace, setting boundaries, and choosing where your energy flows. When you detach, you send a powerful message. Your sense of calm, your self-worth, isn't for sale. This rare kind of confidence is deeply attractive because it's so uncommon. Mental toughness isn't about outward displays of strength. It's something you embody. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is vying for attention, trying to impress. You, on the other hand, don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're there because you choose to be, not because you're filling an emotional void. That quiet confidence is palpable, and people are instinctively intrigued by it. Here's the paradox. The moment you stop needing something, it often comes to you. It's as though the universe rewards detachment with exactly what you were seeking in the first place. The stronger and more self-assured you become, the less you need from others. And the less you need from others, the more they are drawn to you. This isn't manipulation. It's a natural byproduct of strong boundaries and genuine inner peace. Building this mental toughness doesn't happen overnight. It's like training at the gym. You don't become strong after one session. You have to show up consistently, endure discomfort, and commit to the process. Progress is incremental, and mistakes are inevitable. You'll find yourself slipping back into old habits of seeking approval, and that's okay. Detachment isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. One of the most freeing aspects of detachment is the emotional stability it brings. When you're mentally tough, external chaos no longer shakes you. You become a calm presence, a steady anchor in turbulent times. People will wonder how you remain composed when everything around you is falling apart. And that composure is the essence of mental resilience. When you master detachment, you gain mastery over yourself, and in doing so, you don't merely attract attention, but the kind that aligns with your true essence. Detachment isn't about building walls or pushing others away. It's about fostering independence, cultivating inner strength, and creating a calm that radiates outward. By stepping back, you make space for respect, curiosity, and genuine connection, becoming a magnetic force in a chaotic world. The 9 principles we've explored are not just steps. They're a way of living with purpose and clarity. Embrace them, harness your inner power, and let your presence speak volumes without a word. Thank you for watching The Stoic Sage. If you found value in these insights, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, continue your journey with intention and wisdom, and remember, true strength begins within.